I'm Jamie Latour, and this is the Gamer's Review of Sonic Frontiers. The Sonic 3D games of the past have earned themselves a reputation for being pretty, not good. For some reason, Sega has made some odd decisions when it comes to these titles, like turning Sonic into a werewolf, or a knight in King Arthur's court, or a romantic love interest for a human lady. But with Sonic Frontiers, it looks like the developers came to the conclusion that people just want Sonic to run around a whole lot, and they decided to just go with that. And wouldn't you know it, it turns out that's all you need to do to make a good 3D Sonic game. Who knew? Sonic Frontiers throws you into this beautiful open world and lets you run wild, allowing you to experiment with the gameplay mechanics. Running around these levels is a blast, and you'll get to indulge in some classic 2D platforming from time to time. Along the way, you'll find plenty of collectibles and a buttload of puzzles to solve. By exploring the lush world, you'll unlock more and more of the map, along with new Sonic abilities. That's right, Sonic went and got himself an RPG skill tree. Nearly everything you do, from opening up the map, to solving puzzles, to defeating enemies, or pulling off some sick tricks, will earn you special points to learn new over-the-top combat moves. The combat in Sonic Frontiers is actually pretty dang fun, so much so that you won't mind slowing down every once in a while to violently murder something. Lucky for you, there's plenty of mini-bosses inhabiting these levels that are perfect fodder for you to test your fighting skills against. And they have silly names. This one's called Master Ninja. Not a very good ninja, I can see him, he's right there. Part of the fun of Sonic Frontiers is figuring out the solutions to its various puzzles, or the trick to taking down these mini-bosses. The game doesn't hold your hand, and allows you to progress at your own pace. Of course, it's not all roses and chili dogs. The story of Sonic Frontiers is a little meh. Sonic, Tails, and Amy all land on a mysterious digitized world and have to figure out what's going on. And that's about it. It's a traditionally ridiculous Sonic story, although the dialogue is a touch on the dry side. It lacks the cheesy charm of other Sonic games and winds up feeling rather dull and lacking in personality. Come on, where's all that cheesy Sonic goodness?
Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah!
The game occasionally suffers from performance issues, especially if you're playing this on a last-gen console. Some areas in Sonic Frontiers also shine less brightly than others, like the third island, which is a lava-flooded hellhole to get around. Then there's the cyberspace levels, which play like classic 2D and 3D Sonic levels, and they're not great. The best ones are nice and short, while the worst ones drag on due to the derivative and unimaginative level design. What's worse is that you may have to spend quite a bit of time in cyberspace, as some of these levels require you to achieve certain goals, like scoring an S rank or getting a certain number of rings to truly beat the level and get a Chaos Emerald. Just give me the damn emerald, cyberspace. But despite these hiccups, Sonic Frontiers is still quite possibly the best 3D Sonic game that's come out in years. It gives you a variety of playgrounds to run around in while telling a simple Sonic story where most of the plot development centers around going fast. In some ways, Sonic Frontiers feels like the spiritual Sonic Adventure 3 that fans of the series have wanted for years. Hell, there's even a fun fishing minigame with Big the Cat. That's literally everything I've ever wanted. Although I could have done without this oddly realistic anglerfish. I don't like it. Sure, this game has a couple of bumps and bruises, but there's nothing so egregious enough to stop you from having some good old-fashioned Sonic fun. From the combat and its RPG skill tree, to the bevy of collectibles to discover, to the vast open world full of puzzles to solve, to the fishing, people! The fishing! Is it a perfect game? Oh, absolutely not. But it's a 3D Sonic game that not only doesn't belong in the trash, but also may signal a positive step forward for the Sonic games of the future. That's why we give Sonic Frontiers 4 dancing Jim Carrey Robotnik gifts out of 5. For more gaming news, reviews, and guides, check out thegamer.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.